Good evening.
Good evening.
Is it known or unknown that Victor delivered a great speech this evening? Victor, well done.
No.
Really, hats off to you, Victor. It was the hair joke last week. Victor, so your project 2, can you believe really that there's a project 2? The objectives are about organisation, so let me first address the organisation of your speech, Victor. It was pretty much an adaptation of the typical problem-solution structure, right? Whether you know it or I'm not sure if you do know it. So you started off with a problem. You know, some people are afraid of the dark, and investigating why is this. You gave us a couple of concrete examples. Victor told us about a movie. He likened the situation to going to see a movie, linked up very, very skillfully, life is like a movie with the storytelling thread. And you gave us another example of the friend, leading up to the conclusion that the unknown delivers hope and promise. And I guess, Victor, that your intention was to bring us to believe with you that the unknown is preferable in some situations. So a very, very well organised speech. Definitely you tick all the boxes for the objectives of the project 2. And I would like to mention a few of the techniques that Victor used that are well above and beyond the skill level that we would expect from a project 2 speaker. Nonetheless, Victor, no notes. Very impressive. Very impressive. You were confident, you knew your speech, you'd well prepared, and you delivered it with great flair and style. Really, well done. Victor used, one technique was the power of 3. Okay, towards the end there was this phrasing, because of the unknown, because of the unknown, because of the unknown, the repetition, and it really helps us to remember. Very, very well done. So, for improvement, and I'm being picky, the major one for me, Victor, was the ending, where you seemingly introduced a phrase that we hadn't heard before, and I wasn't sure if it quite fitted with known to unknown. That was, be positive and miracles happen every day. I would suggest that you stick with this language, known to unknown, or known or unknown, and that to me seemed like a bit of a new and different idea, so it wasn't totally clear. Stick with your fundamental phrase. Very secondarily, the idea that you seem to foist it on us, that if you go and see a movie and you spend $100, then wouldn't you be bored? And that's an assumption, and you're speaking on behalf of us. I would actually take that on board as a personal idea and say, well, if it were me, I would feel like this. Wouldn't you? Or would you? Leave it more open rather than assuming. And the Forrest Gump quote, it's overused. But this is very, very minor. I've got a couple more, but I'm out of time. Very, very minor. So for me, the 2 things was make the conclusion absolutely fit the introduction and the main message, and speak on behalf of yourself only, and rather than make assumptions on behalf of the audience. Thank you.